Good morning. Today is Wednesday, September 3rd. This is Wake Up with KERA News, and I'm Andrew Garcia. We've got a sunny Wednesday ahead of us. Today's highs will reach the upper 80s to low 90s or so. While most people, myself included, are starting to embrace the fall vibes, it's not really going to start feeling like fall, at least for the next couple of days, as temperatures are on the rise. Collin County is one of the most contested areas in the redistricting battles. We'll hear why right after today's news. The Texas House has passed a bill that would punish future quorum breaks. Houston Public Media's Andrew Schneider reports the measures in response to the Democratic quorum break that unsuccessfully sought to prevent GOP-led congressional redistricting.
The bill would ban lawmakers from raising funds while participating in a quorum break. It would fine members up to $5,000 for each donation accepted and would fine donors the same amount for each contribution. Plano Republican Representative Matt Shaheen proposed the bill.
By passing HB 18, the legislature ensures that members cannot financially benefit from quorum-breaking absences and helps to protect the integrity of our legislative process.
Democrats argued the bill would selectively restrict the freedom of speech of both members and constituents. The measure now advances to the Senate. I'm Andrew Schneider in Houston.
A Dallas activist was arrested by an ICE agent this weekend after a routine traffic stop while driving in West Texas. Omar Salazar is a Southern Methodist University graduate who now works in the AI industry. He came to the U.S. in 2008 with his family when he was 11 years old. His attorney Jacob Monti says Salazar has no criminal history, but a new immigration policy could make it challenging for him to be eligible for bond.
He'd have to fight his deportation while in the Bluebonnet detention facility, away from his family, away from his U.S. citizen girlfriend, and importantly, away from his lawyers.
Salazar's initial hearing is scheduled for next month. Collin County may well become one of the nation's most contested political battlegrounds after Texas Republicans redrew congressional maps. Democrats say they're gaining a foothold in what has traditionally been a Republican stronghold. But as KERA's Caroline Love reports, they also worry that redistricting could knock them off that path.
The picnic tables at the pavilion in Plano's Russell Creek Park were packed with Democrats on a recent Saturday. Smoke from charcoal grills wafted through the air. People chatted as they waited in line for food. Democratic Precinct Chair Carol Collins-Wiley has lived in Plano for over 30 years. Collins-Wiley says the area has changed.
Before, it was like we were afraid to say anything because there were so many Republicans that if you said something, you thought you'd get them barking down your throat. Now, we have companions.
Suburban counties like Collin County are at the center of the state's redistricting efforts to make Texas even more Republican. The North Texas County is known for being the home base of conservative Attorney General Ken Paxton. It's also home to Democrat State House Representative Mihaela Plisa. Democrats point to Plisa's success as an example of partisan shifts in the area. Representative Julie Johnson from Congressional District 32 said at the Plano picnic, Collin County is the next great hope for Democrats.
If this state flips, it'll be because of Collin County.
But Republicans still win a majority of Collin County's votes, and their redistricting efforts could keep it that way. Ron Wilhelm, who lives in McKinney, went to a town hall for Representative Keith Self from Congressional District 3. Wilhelm says he supports the redistricting efforts.
We got it good in Collin County, all right? And I just want to keep it that way.
Texas recently passed a new congressional district map after President Donald Trump called for a redrawing that would add 5 Republicans to the U.S. House of Representatives. Texas Democrats say the new districts are unconstitutional. Republican Beth Van Dyne from Texas Congressional District 24 says it's leveling the playing field.
This is righting a wrong.
Johnson says the new map violates the Voting Rights Act. The majority of residents in her historically Democratic district used to be Black and Latino. It included a quarter of Dallas County and a small part of southern Collin County.
Now it's being paired with a county whose number one issue is timber.
The district's new boundaries covers areas that are predominantly white and rural. Collin County is no stranger to partisan gerrymandering. Texas State House District 70 used to be Paxton's old seat in McKinney. Now it's a purple district that carves out parts of Plano and Allen like a puzzle piece. Southern Methodist University political science professor Cal Gilson says the district consolidated Democratic voters into one area.
And that reddened up the rest of the districts in Collin County and made them safely Republican.
Lisa won the newly drawn seat in 2022. Her win was historic. She's the first Collin County Democrat elected to the State House in 30 years. Lisa says her win shows there's Democratic momentum in Collin County.
You see 3 congressional districts carved up in Collin County, and I think that it shows that our win in HD 70 wasn't just about one district.
SMU political science professor Matthew Wilson says suburban areas in Texas are trending purple, but he says rural parts of the state have stayed heavily Republican. Wilson says that's why Republicans connect inner suburbs with swaths of rural areas. He also agrees that Collin County flipping blue would likely signal a statewide shift, but Wilson says that's not likely to happen anytime soon.
Whenever we ask about and talk about this idea of blue Texas, it's always like famous Lucy yanking the football away from Charlie Brown. Democrats are always convinced this is the time they get to kick the ball, and it has never happened.
Still, Wilson says nothing lasts forever. And as redistricting deepens partisan divides across the country, Collin County and other suburban counties like it could be a bellwether for the state's political future.
That was KERA's Caroline Love reporting. The Rangers lost Game 2 against the Diamondbacks last night, 5-3. Despite the loss and a pretty up-and-down season so far, the Rangers remain in striking distance in the wildcard race, just 1.5 games back from the final spot, currently held by the Seattle Mariners. Catch the comedic thriller The 39 Steps on stage at Pocket Sandwich Theater. The show is a whirlwind of spies, murder, and mystery that'll have you on the edge of your seat. For tickets and some other fun things to do, visit our Go See DFW calendar at kera.org/calendar. Thanks so much for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. This show is produced by Shardae White with editing support from Bekah Morr. For more news in your inbox, visit kera.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter. You'll get a more in-depth look into the news with plenty of good morning vibes. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at KERATX. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow.